Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what you're doing. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the...
And back. Fight.
Okay, forget about it. Forget about that knockdown.
Completely get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Let's do it.
Counter with that left hook.
what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. Let's go.
It's Carl the Jackal Frampton fighting.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Well, I hope you brought your sons. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Oh, man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try to push him off, make him go into the ropes. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Just missed with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance with...
On to the second round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won. Let's get it started in round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. That counter shot lands. That jab misses. Catch and shoot. That uppercut misses. Pacquiao is rocked. Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round.
Get this boxing back together.
There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain, though.
A perfect counter shot. Good counter punching. Those counter punches have to hurt. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Just so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, boy, Carl Frampton now in some serious trouble. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get...
Oh, my God, Johnny. Pacquiao there got clipped clean. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what... There's the bell to start round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. And he fails to score with that left hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? exchange punches. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Frampton now knocked backwards. He's got to cover up. And down goes Frampton. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Frampton in that lap. Let's start the 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head through.
His stamina is off the charts. Ooh, and Carl Frampton just got rocked. Looks like trouble was averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Punch, counter punch. This is not where Carl Frampton wants to be. That was the moment.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Oh, it's all defense now for Frampton. Forget. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Let's talk about Frampton. Here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round...
Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Charlie the Eagle Edwards. 5'6", 66.1-inch reach. And he'll be facing Sonny Edwards. He's 160 centimeters tall with a reach of 152 centimeters.
There's an amazing...
It's Charlie the Eagle Edwards. Fighting out of the United Kingdom, the Sonny.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner...
What a pleasure it is to be... We are expecting an all-action slugfest. A straight right just misses. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. A perfect counter lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. I wonder who the family members want to win. They're not going to say it, but do you think they want Charlie to upset Sonny?
Charlie Edwards, Sonny Edwards, two brothers fighting each other. You know these boys spar together. You know these boys know each other inside out. How can they possibly give it all? Fight to the death for this fight.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
I guess showboating is part of their plan. How about that time counter shot? Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Swing and a miss with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. On to the second round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter shot. He's dominating him, and he's going to let him know all about it. Nice counter shot. Left hook just missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Edwards. There's the bell for round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. A lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Punch caught him clean. Nope, that hook won't score. That big hook doesn't land. Despite what the judges score. And showtime, Sonny Edwards goes to the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
Talk about Edwards in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
There's the bell for round 4. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter punch. more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Edwards stumbling around. In that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a... tearing.
This bout.
Well, I hope. And there's the bell for round one. Straight right, just misses. One punch could change everything in this battle. And he just misses with that jab. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good left hook. Can't score with that jab. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second.
Here's the bell for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That big hook doesn't land. Straight right just misses. Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Only catching air with that hook. Counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is...
On to the third. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Straight right just misses. Halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. They're both trying for a knockout. Stamina is off the charts. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. They know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Let him back into the fight.
Great work.
There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Robinson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
There's the bell to start round 5.
It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Oh, what a punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. These two were made for each other. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Crawford in trouble. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
That's it. Now breathe. Just get
There's the bell to start round 6. So Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Both men step back for just a moment. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? How about that time counter shot? No rest for the weary. You'd like to see more jabs. They blocked the left there. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot of...
Round 7, here we go. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Jab misses. Nice counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot cast out.
There's the bell to start round 8. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far.
Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Punch, counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Good counter punch. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. What a tough way to lose it, by split decision.
A split decision, you know what? I feel sorry for the loser because heart is